And the Emmy goes to Anna Gunn, Breaking Bad.
I actually liked her dress, although I don't think many people could wear it, and it looks uncomfortable. It looks itchy, but I thought it looked stunning. Anyway, Breaking Bad was named top scripted drama, but who brought the drama on the red carpet?
Well, here to talk star style, the good and the bad, is Susan Swimmer, who's exhausted. More Magazine's fashion features editor. So thanks for staying up all night long. You look stunning, by the way.
Why, thank you. This is what I wore on the red carpet.
Who are you wearing?
Yes. Oh, no. The night belongs to all the Emmy nominees and the winners and a couple of losers, both in fashion and in statuette.
What about, well, Claire Danes won. Did you like her look?
I loved Claire Danes' look. She did win, and she was wearing a beautiful Armani Privé gown. This color, this blush nude color, was very strong on the red carpet, and it's for real women. It's a great color to wear. I thought the dress was beautiful and very kind of flowy and feminine, and great cut on her.
Not too skimpy?
I will say, honestly, I was a little bit nervous on her behalf that something would perhaps slip, but that's what the tape is for. A lot of stuff going on underneath that dress to keep it in place, but I was a tiny bit nervous.
I thought her hair looked kind of severe and like crunchy and hard. Like if you knocked on it, you would break your knuckles.
This kind of, I'm calling it a faux bob, because a lot of women last night wore this kind of, they looped their longer hair up, and this is kind of a big trend that was happening. Look, I like it when people mix it up. I like it when they try different things and try different looks, and actors and actresses are kind of morphing for their roles. I thought she looked beautiful. I really did.
I know I live in a glass house being on TV, so I stipulate that they all look great. We're just, it's fun to nitpick.
Correct.
Now, Kerry Washington truly looked amazing. You really can't find a fault. It was interesting, her dress, though. It almost looked like a bridal kind of look to me.
I agree with you. I thought the work on this dress was so intricate and so beautiful. I don't know how you can go wrong on Kerry Washington.
You can't.
Yeah, she's stunning.
So breathtaking. But I thought this was a very special dress, and in a sea of very kind of minimal, austere dresses, I thought this really stood out. Again, there's that blush color that's so pretty.
Popular color.
Yes.
So I was chatting with Lisa and Carolina last night.
Yes.
And they were
what
raving
they say
about Claire Danes and Sofia Vergara.
Well, I mean, Sofia Vergara, what can be said?
Somehow she looked hotter than usual. I don't know how that's possible.
Does the hot-o-meter go hotter than... Okay, she was wearing Vera Wang, and this is a style, a silhouette that she's worn over and over and over again, and because it works. And nothing beats the power of a red dress, as you can show us today.
Yes, I did my bit this morning to try to look exactly like her.
And the similarity is, uncanny. But I will say this. As you look gorgeous in red, she looks gorgeous in red. It's a great classic color. But the fit on this dress, ladies, get your dresses fit. Get your clothing fit to you. Get a good seamstress or a tailor and get your clothes fit. But I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah, she would look good in a gownless evening strap. I mean, she would look good in anything.
Yes.
House of Cards star Kate Mara wore white, which we do see more and more as evening wear.
Yes, I happen to be a big fan of white, but this is the way to do white, which is a very modern, minimal way. I mean, the top on that gown is sort of strategically embellished, and she's a young, very hot actress, and this is fashion. This is, cutting-edge fashion. It's Jay Mendel, which is, phenomenal on her. This is a great way to do white. First of all, it's not stark white. It's a little off-white. Right. I don't want to say it's winter white, but it's a little off, and it is a terrific alternative to black. But, it's unforgiving.
What a cut, though. That's a gorgeous dress.
I mean, well, the body underneath it.
Well, yes. She's obviously been to the gym. Now, that's not a strapless dress. Mindy Kaling.
I loved Mindy Kaling's dress. I thought it was just beautiful. It was this very saturated aubergine or plum color. Again, it fit her beautifully. And the embellishment on top looked modern to me. It wasn't like little beading sparkly. It was kind of an edgier embellishment and a little bit of peekaboo up top, which is a nice way to show some skin. I think a lot of women can't wear strapless dresses or can't wear,
or shouldn't.
Or shouldn't, John, that's right. But this is a way to show some skin and, be sexy without kind of being so overtly open.
We've all been trained to expect these super skinny women on the red carpet.
Correct.
And a lot of these actresses have more of a real woman type of figure, and there's a way to handle that. There's a do and a don't for that, right?
Well, it kind of starts with shapewear, so I'm a big fan of Spanx. Certain fabrics are more or less forgiving. The silk satins are not very forgiving. They show everything and they wrinkle terribly when you're 3 hours in the limo in traffic. But certain fabrics, the shinier fabrics are harder to wear for sure, and certain styles are harder to wear.
So you felt that Mindy Kaling worked, but Lena Dunham from Girls, you did not love this particular look.
Not so much.
Is it the print?
It's a lot of bad, to be honest with you. The print is a difficult print to wear. The green color washed out her skin and made it look sallow.
It's clashing with her tat.
Well, that's a whole other story, which I'm not a fan of. But the dress, it's too voluminous. There's too much material swallowing her up, and it doesn't fit her. On top of everything else, I want to stand behind her with little clips and take it in the back. But it's just too much dress for her. And, you know, she has this short haircut, so she kind of looks like a pinhead with that big, voluminous dress.
The proportions are out of whack.
Gosh, they sure
She's like
are.
a pyramid.
Yeah,
They sure
Rob
are.
Reiner was back there with pins trying to pin that up.
You know, he's willing to do whatever it takes, that Rob Reiner.
Heidi Klum, a surprise miss.
You know, I wasn't a fan of this dress. I didn't like this kind of choker collar on her. I don't really love that neckline. And I thought it looked kind of outdated and not modern. You know, kind of look a little Bob Mackie-ish, even though it wasn't. It was Versace. You know, a great dress. And the body. I mean, she's a slamming.
She's really let herself go.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure there's an intervention coming, right?
Sad.
I know.
She made it work, in my opinion.
She made it work.
Carrie Underwood. That was just sort of I mean, she's a young, beautiful woman.
I know. I might take grief for this, but I was not a fan of Carrie Underwood. Why? Because I thought the dress was too old for her. She's a young, beautiful girl. Wear something modern. This looked prom-tastic to me. Just, you know, this big kind of ball gown with a very serious diamond necklace. I think she's too young to be so serious.
Well,
a beautiful girl, though. A beautiful girl. A beautiful girl.
You know, she should have worn shorts like Will Ferrell. I mean, I think, how about that? How about that look?
I thought that was one of my best dressed of the evenings. I mean, he's got terrific legs. If you got the legs, flaunt them, right?
Wow.
Isn't that the rule?
The joke was he pretended that somebody, like Maggie Smith, canceled, and they called him 45 minutes ago, so he had to bring his kids.
Right, he was
at soccer practice.
Right, at soccer practice with the kids. I actually thought it was the light moment that we all desperately needed last night, because it was a bit of a sad show. And, you know, I understand they needed to do that, but I thought he was hilarious, and I'm just wondering, did he get hair and makeup for this appearance? Did they scruff him up a little bit?
Well, you know, while we're talking about the gents, nobody ever talks about the gents. All we do is we wear a black tuxedo.
Well, you know something I did notice, and maybe later we'll see John Hamm, it seemed like a lot of the men's tuxedos were too small, or is that a look now to have the fabric pulling?
It's kind of a sleeker, shrunken, yes. Look, I think you can do different styles. They do have to fit properly. I can't comment on John Hamm. Maybe he's had a fun summer and maybe ate a few too many cronuts.
Maybe he went to In-N-Out Burger before the show. Usually in Hollywood they diet, and then after the show they go to In-N-Out.
That's right. That's right. Or perhaps he was tailgating and overdid it that way.
They're cutting tuxedos very tight now.
Oh, okay.
That's why I tried
not everybody has the figure to wear it.
Not everybody saves the suits from the 80s. Thank you, Susan Swimmer. This was fun.
Thanks for having me.
And to watch this segment again and check out the fashions for yourself, log on to WLNYTV.com/thecouch.
Yes, well, there's much more to the Emmys than who was wearing what. Believe it or not, it's actually about content, too. So in today's Q from the Couch, we've been asking, what's your favorite Emmy moment? Visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/WLNYTV, and follow us on Twitter @WLNYTV to answer it. Later in the show, we'll share some of your answers.
Well, speaking of great